Check, check, check. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's right. Microphone check. Hey, everyone out there in ITV land. This is Darren, your host, and we're standing in the ITV Live mobile studio right now with Kyau and Albert, K&A. You know these guys because they're going to be rocking our city tonight down at Foundation. Get down to Seattle right now. We're standing in front of Hotel 1000 on First Ave with the guys. You know them. You love them. K&A. Hey, guys. How's it going this evening?
Really good, yeah. Nice that you have us here.
Yeah, man. And how you doing, man?
Yeah, we just came in from Canada and are ready for the set here live via the internet and later at Foundation Nightclub.
There we go. And I got a couple questions I want to run through with you guys before we get to your set here really quick. Just like you said, you bounced over from Canada. You guys are taking like crazy flights this weekend to play for people. You know, basically, how was your flight and where are you going after this?
I mean, we came on Thursday from Germany and played in DC in Washington, and then we played yesterday in Ottawa. And right after the gig, we jumped into the plane to come here. We had now 1 hour to rest, and and tomorrow we going back home to Germany.
Nice. And wow. So stateside, East Coast, all the way out to the West Coast, Canada, Seattle. I gotta keep adjusting the audio back here. I'm like the master man back here. You guys are master decks. We're gonna get you there in a few moments. But you know, I know one of you do most of the vocals for all your productions. Do you also play instruments?
Yeah, I do most of all the vocals, the male vocals.
I do the female vocals.
So okay, so one does the vocals and instruments, and then one does the female vocals.
No, it was just a joke.
Ow. Nice. And you know, what do you like about the crowds from the state as opposed into like your home country?
I mean, the state is really growing in electronic music, and it's good to see. So we play in the States since almost 7 years or so, and lately it's really exploding. So
yeah, it is. EDM's taken off here in the States, like in a big way. I don't want to date myself, but listening to music for 20 years in EDM world, and you know, it's just from where it used to be in underground nightclubs here in the States to now massive events, 50, 60, 70,000 people, EDC, you know, down in Vegas and all that fun stuff. Still in Vegas, right? I'm not out of touch. Okay, cool. I know what's going on. You know, what can people expect from you have a label, Euphonic?
Yeah.
So, what can people expect, and this is for you, what can people expect on your label for the next coming month?
Major release in the next couple of weeks is our album Nights Awake, which took quite a long time. The last studio album was Worldwide in 2006, and then we are having many single releases every 2 weeks, coming from Steve Bryan with a singer from New York called David Berkeley, then Ronsky Speed, Sternface and Terminal, Dennis Shepard, and a couple of other tracks.
Nice. And do you guys ever play some dubstep or electro house in your sets? Because it's getting really popular here. Do you guys play any of that, or do you ever experiment?
I mean, dubstep is too low for our sets. The speed, I mean, but some of the tracks they have kind of dubstep influenced breaks. So this is okay then, but we don't play real dubstep tracks.
Yeah, I just became a huge dubstep fan this year. I was listening to one of my favorite stations, Soma FM. I don't know if you hear about it, but they had a station that I grew up with, listened to for years called Groove Salad. They launched a station called Dubstep. Oh gosh, they're gonna kill me for not getting that right. But anyways, they launched a dubstep station and was just listening to it all day long. And then I started Facebooking about it, and people are like, "What's the stuff you're listening to, Darren?" And I'm like, "It's called dubstep." And I'm more of a down-tempo, acid jazz kind of guy in my off hours, but I always love the high-energy music as well. Speaking of gigs, last year, 2012, what was one of your best gigs from last year that you could say, if you had a favorite gig that you could say, I remember that one and will remember that one for the rest of my life?
The biggest gig here in North America was playing on EDC, what you said before, in Las Vegas. But in general, you cannot say what is the best gig because we play many good gigs over the years. So, yeah. What was your best gig?
No, I would also say EDC probably. Yeah, I mean it was very windy, and but we were lucky we could play. But after us, they closed down the whole venue. So
no, you guys closed down the whole venue. Take credit where credit's due. what's the best thing that you like about your fans? Like, what do you find? Like, is there a general theme? Like, your fans just go crazy, they take their tops off, start throwing panties on the stage? What's the best thing you like about your fans out there?
Good idea. Yeah, just it's good that they are passionate about the music, that they follow us, listen to our music. It's always good if you do music. Of course, you bring your own influences into the music, and it's good to see that if when other people like it.
What about you?
Yeah, I mean, we are quite long in the business, and it's really nice to see how long people follow us, and there are coming also new fans every year. But yeah, it's nice to see fans coming, since many years, and that's really cool.
Nice. I actually ran into a fan of yours tonight. She used to manage the Last Supper Club. You guys have played there before in Seattle. Her name's Darcy. Do you guys remember Darcy by any chance? She remembered you guys. She's like, oh, they played LSC all the time. So, longtime fan. Another question. NAMM is going on right now. The North American Music. Okay, don't kill me for getting that last M wrong. But are you guys following NAMM and seeing the equipment that's being released? Are you hyped up about anything that's coming out there or any releases you've seen?
Honestly, not really, because nowadays it's all digital. It's in the computer. So back in the days, we still were buying synthesizers, hardware synthesizers, and samplers, and so. And this time, it was all about the gear, the quality of the tracks. But nowadays, yeah, you can just have a computer and make top quality tracks.
Do you guys have a favorite program, software that you use?
We use Cubase as a sequencer
Since 1993.
Since 93. Well, I'm an Apple guy myself, so Logic all the way over here. What's up? Got to represent. Run the questions off the iPhone like normal. People think that I'm actually texting during interviews, and I'm not paying attention to you guys. But and speaking of music equipment evolving over the decades, how's your style of DJing evolved over the decades?
It's also different. Back in the days, of course, we were playing vinyl. Then we switched to CD, and now it's USB. So everything was changing, or is changing. Mm-hmm. I don't know where it's going to.
And what about you? What about you? You started obviously on vinyl as well. And I mean, do you guys prefer if you guys were to come on ITV Live? Would you prefer Serato with some decks with some vinyl, or would you go back just say USB and do it all the new way?
I personally like USB.
There you go.
Yeah, it's very handy, and yeah, we use it almost every gig.
All right, awesome. And one last question, guys. I know you're at the hotel somewhere in Seattle. The one hotel in Seattle, somewhere tonight. Don't want to give that away. But what's the fanciest hotel you guys have ever stayed in?
Hotel 1.
Yeah, that one hotel.